I just thought that was a heck of a game. It was a tale of two halves, I thought, for our basketball team. We gave up 44 points in the second half, and I thought we didn't do a very good job defensively. It wasn't quite following the game plan. Went into the half, made some adjustments. Our guys came out with great energy, great focus, and defensively I thought we were incredible. Had every opportunity to win that basketball game, and that's the frustrating part. And I feel bad for these guys because they deserve it. And at some point, we got to start catching some breaks with these close games. But I tell you, that's a heck of a basketball team we just got beat by, and but we gotta get back to work tomorrow and figure out a way to win on Saturday.
Joey, what do you think you did defensively, maybe that you didn't do in the first half?
Well, I just thought the intensity level picked up. We started closing gaps more. We started doubling Marshall Bjorklund. I thought Flack did a tremendous job on him because of his body, and he stayed down and made him make contested shots. And Tyler is such a good athlete. No disrespect to Trevor, but Tyler can get off the floor a lot quicker, and I thought that threw off Bjorklund quite a bit, and just adjusted his shot a little bit to miss some of those. And I thought we did a heck of a job on Taylor Braun. For the most part, I mean, the kid goes 3 of 15 for the night, and we held him to 11 points. But he made some nice plays down the stretch of that game to close it out. But again, I thought our defense was much better in that second half. We held them to 26% in that second half.
Was the reason why Trevor wasn't out there at parts at the end of the game defensive reasons for the most part?
Well, I think it was just matchup issues. We were trying to match up with them more so, and try to get more perimeter play from our guys to attack the rim. But yeah, I mean, if that was the case, then Trevor would have been on somebody else, and we were trying to save him to kind of run the tank out of him in the last 5 or 6 minutes is what we were trying to do in that.
Did the mindset change at all when you guys got up 5 late? It seemed like you pulled back the reins a little bit and really tried to focus more on executing a play rather than forcing things. And some would call that conservative, others would call it just trying to be smart.
Well, sure. I mean, in the open floor, we wanted to push the ball and be aggressive. But they're such a great half-court basketball team. There's no reason to try to take a shot with 21 on the shot clock when you're up 5 with 2.5 to go in the game. So we were just trying to burn that clock down a little bit. And we ran a post set action where it got Trevor the ball on the wing there and went one-on-one. We wanted to run that down in about 10 seconds, and sure enough, we got exactly what we wanted, which Bjorklund picked up his 5th foul. And so late in a game like that, I think it's about trying to execute plays and getting it done. But that defensive end has got to get done also. And we didn't make stops there late and allowed them to get to the line.
Certainly a situation where missed free throws on one end and made free throws on the other. Certainly a tight finish.
Yeah, Trevor goes 8 for 8 in the first half, and feel bad for the guy. And I told him, you guys know that free throws win games. I mean, we working on it in practice all the time. But that's not the reason why we lost the game. It's not Trevor's fault. It's a team effort. But I feel bad for him. He's a senior. He doesn't have a lot of games left. We've yet to beat these guys. Trevor steps up there and makes 2 free throws, and now we rely on our defense, which has done a great job in that second half. We get a stop, they miss, rebound the ball, your game's over. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. And at some point, I believe it will happen, But again, that's a very good basketball team. But I think we're a very good team too when we come out and compete at the level we're capable of.
Given the situation too, I know coming into the week you really didn't want to look at Saturday at all, and you wanted to focus on this game, and now obviously that's the next one in front of you, and that therefore becomes most important for a lot of reasons. But one day to shake off this kind of emotional loss and go right into another emotional game, I guess a team can respond one of 2 ways. They can feed off of that and just realize what they just accomplished against a really good team, or it can go the other way.
Yeah, you know what? I have not talked about South Dakota State not one time to our team this week. I don't think it's fair to them. They know that the game's there. They understand what the game is about in the atmosphere that's going to be in here. So I don't have to motivate them for Saturday. When they walk out, and you got all our students and our fans and alumni that are here, they'll be ready to perform. But no, we haven't even talked about it. This was the most important game tonight, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out our way.
Joey, this, as much as we've seen games like that kind of have those types of finishes this year, it does seem like you got an emotionally resilient team so far, and I guess that kind of...
We do. I mean, you know what? These guys, they come to practice, they work at it, they play hard. I can't figure out, and we talked about it. We got a lot of young guys. This was North Dakota State's team when these guys were all sophomores. The majority of our class is our sophomore class, and you only got Trevor and Karim, or our seniors, and Boss as a junior, who didn't play a whole heck of a lot as a freshman. And so we got a little bit of experience, but our team is built around our sophomores. And this same North Dakota State team that I believe they won 14 games as sophomores, and they just started kind of slowly but surely taking off with just leadership and understanding how to close games. But we got to figure a way out. And these guys, they work so hard at it, and that's why I feel so bad for them, because we get so close. And we've won some close games this year. This one hurt, though. This one really hurt tonight. But we'll bounce back and be ready for Saturday. I promise you that.
Talk about Trey. I know he was a question mark coming in, just that ankle. How do you feel like, just performance physically for him?
Yeah, Trey looked pretty good tonight. I mean, he had a great steal in that late second half that pushed us up. 30 minutes. I mean, he had 4 points and 2 assists, 2 turnovers. Trey's got to be able to do a little bit more for us offensively right now if he's going to log that many minutes. But I know he's a pass first point guard. But I think he's feeling pretty good. He looked fine tonight.
Okay, just real quick, maybe some keys on Saturday as far as things you have to do against SDSU.
They're a very good team. And their record may not indicate it. It's almost like us. When you look at our record, I think we're better than what we show. But I think they got a nice team. I mean, they execute pretty well. They're big and they're physical. It's almost like playing North Dakota State again, in my opinion. But we're going to have to be good. We're going to have to defend, and it's got to start from the tip, not in the second half. We got to do it for 40 minutes, and if we can defend and rebound against those guys, I definitely like our chances with our atmosphere and our home crowd.
I'm good.
Good.
Thanks,
Joey.
Joey.
You guys stick around, or
What's that?
I think you put them probably in your,
Okay.
I think you put them in your workstation.
Adam, what was the message in the locker room at halftime? Just because, I mean, right away, you guys looked different as that second half started.
I mean, we had 2 tough road losses on the road. We didn't play with intensity in either of those games until it was too late, and we just knew that we weren't letting this one get away like we let it get away in the first half. So we just knew we needed to come out with a much higher level of intensity to stay in the game with what seems to be the best team in the summer right now.
And it seemed like, I mean, that started on the defensive end. Joey talked about how good you guys were on that end of the floor, but that was leading to the success that you guys had on the other end.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we halved their point total in the second half. They scored 22. We maintained offensively, but it was just one play too short, I guess.
Did you think that last shot was going in right off your hands?
Honestly, that felt like the best one all night. Like, I honestly thought I was going in.
Tyler, what did you see after halftime, defensively against that team?
Definitely our energy when we came out was a lot different, the way that we denied the ball. And screens and everything. And then they shot really low in the second half compared to the first half, and that definitely was part of our energy.
Talk about that sequence for you personally. You alley-oop one hand, you come right down, and you stuff Bjorklund. I mean, from that point on, you expect those to inject some energy into a team, but it was tangible. I mean, you saw what that did for the team, and just for you personally being a part of that and being able to help the team proceed like that.
Yeah, it was definitely a huge momentum boost for us. Really changed from them to us from the first half to the second half after a couple of those plays. And I thought we were looking good. It was just two plays at the end.
Besides your normal dunks that you have, Tyler, you expanded your game. You had a three-pointer tonight, another mid-range shot. I mean, how was that felt pretty nice, I thought.
Yeah, definitely.
And also, I was going to say, with the alley-oop, I mean, that got the crowd going pretty well. So, I mean, what did that feel like for you?
It was great. I mean, after a slow start for me in the first half, Tavian got some good minutes. I thought he did a good job. At halftime, he gave me a pretty good pep talk in the locker room. Really got me fired up. And we came out with a lot more energy, and I think my team fed off of it.
Talk about your assignment defensively, too. I mean, Bjorklund, obviously one of the better post players in the league, and second in the country in field goal percentage. I mean, you shut him down. He ended up falling out. And, defense was, when you first came in here, we just talked about it yesterday, obviously a strength for you, and the team relied on you in the second half, and you kind of delivered. That was a challenge for you.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident in my post defense. So I just let him get the ball, and I just knew that I could stop him a couple times. I knew that it's pretty good field goal percentage shot, but I just stayed down. He got me with a couple fakes the first time, and I just kept staying down. I kept my hands up. I did a pretty good job.
Adam, how about bouncing back in a game that you had to sit and watch last year? You saw the emotion and stuff.
Yeah, I remember sitting and watching this game last year, and it wasn't pretty. I mean, this North Dakota team's the same team, I think, as it was last year. And they've all gone a year older. We lost Javor, a key player, but it just shows the improvement that we've had under Coach James and everything that we've done as a team to push this team right to the limit.
How about Saturday? That's another game that you didn't see, and they played pretty well,
Yeah.
or didn't play in. What are you expecting on Saturday?
A good game, another good game. I mean, as Coach said, South Dakota State's a really good team. They've always been good. I'm just excited to play in front of all the students who are going to be here and the support that they're going to bring. Because today, that was key. That was a big key for us. Having that sixth man out there for us was huge.
Do you foresee a day when you can kind of lock down a game like they did tonight over this last 4 minutes?
That's a stressful question because there's been a lot of games that have been that I've looked at the stat sheet and seen 3 points, 4 points, 2 points, just littered all over our record. I mean, we just have to finish it. We just have to find what it is that we're missing to finish out those games.
Thanks.
Anything else?
Good.